Hey there guys, how you doing? Hope everything's going okay. And today in this video I'm going to be talking about the latest news kind of going around in the football world right now, which is that Frank Lampard could be returning to management and he could be getting the job for Norwich City. Yes, that is right. Frank Lampard is close to getting back into management apparently. Just reports in general just saying that he's really close at getting this Norwich job. Other people have been interviewed for the job, the likes of Dean Smith, who've apparently done quite well in interviews. But it seems like the Norwich board are quite set on or have a good interest in Frank Lampard being their next manager. And sorry for this video, I'm basically not really prepared. I'm just giving my thoughts on this in general. And my initial thoughts on this is it's a bit of a risk for Lampard. Obviously out of management, having been sacked at Chelsea 18 months ago, but he did play a big part in building the Chelsea squad, which basically was his squad, but he just didn't really know how to figure it out and put it together. And that's what Thomas Tuchel did, eventually winning the Champions League for Chelsea. He's also been linked to a few jobs, like the Newcastle job he was linked to. He's now being linked with the Rangers job after Stevie G obviously left to go to Aston Villa quite recently, basically yesterday. As I said, he's been out of management for about 18 months now, and I think he's looking to get back onto the horse of management, and it's not an easy job that he's going into. If this does come to fruition of him getting the Norwich job, he's got a really tough job ahead of him. He's got a Norwich team which is really struggling, and it's going to be hard for him to keep them up, I think. I think he's going to be in a long, tough relegation battle, and I don't really see... He might prove me wrong, but I don't really see how he's going to keep this Norwich team up. It kind of feels like Norwich are kind of destined to go down, but you never know. He might work some miracles and he might pull something out of the hat. In terms of this Norwich squad as well, it's not a good Premier League squad. I think it's a Championship squad. It's got a mix of good players in there, your likes of your Pookies. He's also worked with Billy Gilmore at Chelsea, obviously. It's not the best Premier League squad, and he's going to have to work very hard to keep them into the league. It is a risk for Norwich going for Lampard as well, by the way, because he's not really proven. He's proven some ways in the Premier League, but when it comes to your lower rated, or not your lower rated, but not your high quality players at your Chelseas, like your Pulisic's, or your Tammy Abrahams, or your Mason Mounts, he's now going to have to rely on and build a squad where he's going to have to rely on the likes of Timu Pukki to get goals and try and get as much points as possible to try and stay in this league. I think he though does plan to stick with that Norwich sort of style of playing very attacking football, but I don't think it's going to be as stupid but not as reckless like under the previous manager Daniel Farke, where they were so open and they were conceding lots of goals. For example, at Chelsea early on in the season, losing 7-1. I think Frank Lampard's going to work on the defence. He needs to work on the defence and also try and maintain that attacking style, which is kind of ingrained in the Norwich sort of way, I guess. He will also have money going into the January window to get some signings in. Norwich could probably do with signings just about everywhere, really. Get anything possible. Preferably, I think, would be Premier League experienced players or maybe young players coming up. But I think they need that gritty sort of know what to do in these tough relegation battles and have a bunch of scrappers in his team, really. But overall, my thoughts are it's a real risk getting Lampard, Norwich, and it's also a risk for Lampard as well, because if this one goes bad, it's going to be a hard road for him to get to this level again, because of the Derby experience where he did well, but then the Chelsea getting sacked, and if he does get sacked again, it kind of goes a bit pear-shaped in terms of his managerial credentials. It's going to be hard for him to build himself back up, but I wish him the best. I hope he does well at Norwich. Or if it doesn't work out in the Premier League season, if he does get to the Championship season for next season, if they do go down, I hope he does well in the Championship as well, and just good things for Norwich City. But if you are a Norwich fan, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, just in general. Do you think you're happy with Frank Lampard? Do you think you should go for maybe Dean Smith instead? Or maybe someone else, who I've not talked about? But yeah, I'd just love to hear your thoughts on this, just in general really. Like the video and also feel free to subscribe to the channel if you enjoy this sort of content. And yeah, that's it guys. Thanks guys for watching. Cheers.